Hey, what's going on everybody? It's DJ Sketch and welcome back to the channel. And today we're looking at the Sega Genesis shoot 'em up Fire Shark, released in 1989 for the arcades and receiving a port to the Sega Genesis in 1990. Developed by Toaplan and Romstar and distributed worldwide by DreamWorks. Set in the year 1991, an unknown armada is launching a worldwide assault from a small island in the Mediterranean Sea. You pilot a biplane to counterattack the opposing enemy forces. Plot of Fire Shark varies between versions and regions. For example, the Genesis version takes place in the year 1990X on an alternate Earth instead, where the global titan known only as S-Corps is specialized in heavy industrial armaments and begins to invade various countries. The only thing to challenge the S-Corps is a young pilot with their superpowered biplane called the Fire Shark that's flying in to save the world from nearly certain domination. Sounds simple enough, right? But check it out. Here's what you get as far as gameplay. This is a vertical shoot 'em up in the same vein as Truxton. The first level is going to ease you into the game, but quickly ramps up into a barrage of tanks, choppers, and larger planes, and even a naval fleet just for some equal measure. And also, if that wasn't enough, this game is also one of the types where it's one hit and you're crashing into the drink. Fire Shark does at least give you a chance to combat the odds, however, offering some bombs as a power-up, and also 3 weapon power-ups as well. Blue being the standard spread shot, green being the helix pattern wave, and the red being the ultra flamethrower that sweeps the whole screen. Here's a tip with this one. Get the red power up and keep it to the highest level at all times and do that as soon as possible. This is the best weapon in the game and it covers nearly the whole screen when it's at max power. Enemies are going to be pretty varied and stop at nearly nothing to make brown bread of you. And the attack patterns are going to throw you around a bit through its 10 levels. This game honestly doesn't fuck around with the enemies. If you can keep your head on the swivel and navigate seemingly endless gauntlets of enemy fire, you might just make it to the tarmac to fly again. Control in this game is nice and tight, just like Truxton. Both of these games feel great and they're not going to have much in the way of delay as far as inputs. The musical score by Masahiro Yuge is also off the chain. There are some tracks in this game that straight up bang, dude, and they're going to have you nodding your head and while you're ducking and dodging the waves of gunfire. Also, the little details in the backgrounds during the landings and takeoffs are honestly some of my favorite parts of the game. It's also a really nice touch. 2 of my favorites that I can think of right off the rip is when the plane crashes into the wall right as you're taking off from stage 3, and also the second one where there's a group of people releasing a shark back into the water. It's pretty fucking cool. And also, this game, Fire Shark, is tough, but it's rewarding to play through on the Genesis, and you'll definitely notice that the Toaplan vibe is definitely there as soon as it kicks off. So this is a highly recommended addition to any shoot 'em up library, especially for the system in general, which has a bevy of bangers on it too. So honestly, for the Genesis, this is hands down one of the best shoot 'em ups you're going to play for the system. I know that's an opinion, but at the same time, I mean it when I say it. This game is awesome. This right here is honestly one of the best games you can get for the system, and again, if you're into these types of games, you should definitely check it out and give it a look. With that said, Fire Shark gets a 9 out of 10. This is definitely one of those games you can play over and over again and still have a great time trying to attempt to get a higher score than the last time. And also, this one kind of loops also, so if you want to go for like ultra high scores, it'll keep going as long as you want to keep playing. And also, the difficulties, you'll definitely get a challenge from all of them. But also at the same time, expect to get shot down a lot, because this is one of those games, like, it's tough, but once you master it, or at least get comfortable with it, you'll be cruising through it in no time. And I thank you again if you found these videos helpful. That's awesome. I'm glad you can use this as a resource. And check back to the channel often. We're going to have more reviews coming up in the future. And thanks again for watching it. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.